Hi. Rave TV. I always uncomfortably
Here
start
we
out and
are.
do a hi. Like I was surprised that we're all here, and I am. Here with the brother Schultz of Cage the Elephant. What's up, fellas?
How are you doing?
Good.
Love when you guys come to Milwaukee.
I always feel like
We
when
love it
somebody
too.
says that, it's like the Brothers Grimm. We're about to tell us.
It seems like a side
story.
project, right? Like you guys and Bacon Brothers could just tour and you go fight to see who
Actually,
opens.
we have two other brothers. We could make that happen. The brother Schultz.
That's a thought.
I wasn't paying attention to what you guys were saying. Sorry.
Matt was lost in his head, just like.
I was like trying to think of what I was going to say next and lost it.
Which is weird because I didn't even ask a question, so you don't have to.
I had
think
this
it all.
great thing I was going to add, and then by the time I worked it up,
It
I was
was
like,
gone.
it's too late.
It was gone. Well, no. Every time you guys are in Milwaukee, I mean, from the first time, 2007, I think you guys were at Summerfest at like 3:30 in the afternoon. I remember it was hot as hell. It was just balls hot, and you guys it was a couple hundred people. And then every time you've been here since, it's just you played a different place. I don't know if you played the same place twice, stage-wise,
Yeah, we've played every venue at the rave.
including some church picnics.
Yes.
What is that?
That part.
I just agreed.
Dang it, I was trying to think of what I was going to say again.
Well, one thing, since we actually have it in video, it said that's going to be I forgot again. At the end,
I'm running
at the
like
end,
2
I want you to
seconds
rattle off,
behind
like,
of
3
every
things that are
conversation.
just non sequiturs.
You just need to loop
Here
that.
They are. Here they
Loop
are.
that and get a.
I got to
you can put
figure
that
out
on one of
how
your
to
buttons at
bring the
station.
conversation back.
Here's where, since this is video now and it's not audio, I can talk about clothing because you guys usually have a uniform. Brad usually have the blue shirt, right? Blue button-up shirt. Now you're going with flannel.
Yeah.
This is his new uniform.
Yeah.
And Matt's
is my
always
new
going
one.
with the John Travolta pants. You have the white pants.
I
But
might
he has
bust
John,
those out
He has
later.
John Travolta boots to match
I
now.
see those.
Yeah.
Look
Don't
at the
touch my
hill.
boots. I
Look
work
at
very
the
hard on my
hill on
boots.
these suckers. Can we get a close up on that?
That is nice.
The
No.
real magic, though, happens with the John Travolta underwear.
See, well, that's what I'm talking about. The white pants. How many are there? Is it an Andrew WK situation where there's just one pair and they're just constantly dirty?
No.
There's multiple white pants.
Yes, yeah.
This is so much fun now that it's not audio. We can talk about what you see. That's what TV is, it turns out. I just found this out 3 minutes ago.
It's crazy.
It's like radio, but you can see you. It's awesome. Well, moving away from the wardrobe, Melophobia. This is the first time I read reviews of all of your albums where somebody doesn't bring up the Pixies and Nirvana. I think maybe you've read it some, maybe you've not read any. But does that mean anything to you guys when people start comparing you to other albums?
No, we just started killing those people.
Yeah.
So they don't
Sending
exist
death
anymore.
threats.
All the people that gave us any comparison, they're dead.
CSI, Cage the Elephant, great.
I don't know. I think that on this record, not relying as heavily as we did in the past on the music that we loved,
Yeah.
and just trying to capture more of a sentiment that we were trying to express rather than like a particular sound that was made by someone that inspired us or whatever. So maybe that had to do with it.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I mean, we were talking about the Beatles before a couple days ago. What does musically inspire you guys today that either carried on through your childhood or that's brand new to you? Like, what inspires you? What do you listen to that you go, listen to this, maybe we should do something like this?
I don't know if I think what Matt just said kind of holds true to this last record. We were taking less inspiration from other bands and more just trying to express,
Your
a
own
sentiment or
sound.
feel. Yeah. But I mean, we still get really inspired by music. It makes us, excited about music. I was really into the St. Vincent record.
Nice,
The Orwells are a cool new band that we really love.
Ty Segall,
Ty Segall.
the OCs,
Julian Casablanca's new record's really great.
Julian Casablanca and the Voids. That record's brilliant. Fly Golden Eagle,
Morning Teleportation.
Pool Joe,
Yeah, Pujol.
Diarrhea Planet.
Yes, that is a real band.
That's a real band, and they're awesome. They're from Nashville.
Let's see.
Let's go back a little bit. What was one album that you guys remember physically fighting over as children?
I don't
Like
think
that somebody had to have the cassette, had to have the CD.
Well, we had to sneak
Fists
a lot
were
of
thrown.
music, so me and Matt, if we got like a tape or something, we were like,
It was
We got
contraband,
it.
really.
We didn't
Yeah, we
keep
were-
it from each other. We
Yeah,
shared.
yeah, we
them.
shared.
Oh, okay.
So we had to kind of do it together, or there was a risk that you wouldn't be able to hear the tape.
Wow.
Yeah, totally.
What got confiscated? What's it?
You know what's
the
funny is when we
Mom and
were-
Pa Schultz box of you guys can't listen to this.
My dad one time was like, Matt got the
Green Day.
Green Day tape.
There was a song about suicide, and he was terrified, that it was gonna like influence me. So he snapped the tape in half with a pair of pliers. I was like,
So this is about
intense.
suicide. Crush.
but I mean, in his defense, that's pretty rad for a dad to be protecting his kids.
Yeah,
like that,
no,
too.
that is cool. That does make you really aware of the medium, though. Like
Yeah, he's
basically snapping a tape, one, is badass.
yeah,
Makes
totally.
a cool sound. And three, it is kind of visually appealing. When they
Yeah,
there,
it's
you're like, oh, shit,
let this be a lesson to
Happy
you
New
in
Year,
life.
everyone. You're like,
What's funny is like, my dad he would always get the meaning to songs, like even songs that were super, like camouflage. The meanings were
Yeah.
hidden. Like what was that one song that Mary Mo?
Oh yeah, I was singing.
She
at
don't like
dance-
the meat, but she
Mary-
sure likes the bone. And we're like, she don't. And we're like,
We were
singing.
singing
My dad
at
was
the
like,
table.
do you know what that means?
We were like 9 years old singing it at the table. My dad's like,
Mo.
"Don't sing that song anymore." And me and Matt argued with my dad forever.
It
He's like,
doesn't mean that, Dad.
You're like, what do we
It
leave
means
the
she
end-
likes bones. She likes bones.
She doesn't like meat though.
She's a vegetarian.
There's three parts of this song. You just don't like the last one. It's
You don't
garbage.
understand us.
She's a vegetarian. And apparently she likes bones.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Or that song, Tick Tock, You Don't Stop. There's all those
wow.
songs.
The soundtrack of your lives is really odd.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Totally.
Speaking of Kentucky, to wrap this whole thing up, guys, obviously from Bowling Green, Corey Hart, much love, former Brewer. That went to what? Same high school? High school you're
Yeah.
I went through all. I mean, he was in my Pee Wee football team. So
Damn.
we and actually, I think he was just as good at football as he was baseball.
Really?
He was a quarterback, so he's like 6'6",
R.I.P.
quarterback.
Corey Hart, even though you're still alive.
Yeah, he could wing the ball, and he was a great basketball player. I was in his fan club. Can you tell? No, but
You have the same
Tell us more,
You have the same
man.
tattoos.
he was a great drawer.
His favorite color's blue.
He goes to bed at
he was
9.
exceptional at math. He really loved reading.
His pillow smells of lavender.
Yeah, I still have pieces of his hair in my mouth.
Wow.
No,
Maybe I shouldn't give you this now, but I'm going to tie this all in. Kentucky, obviously known for bourbon. The very nice people at Great Lakes Distillery gave this to us to
Nice.
give
Oh,
to
thank you very much.
which is our bourbon. I realize I've been given long speeches by people of Kentucky that it's not bourbon until it comes from Kentucky, so I don't know. Maybe he
Well,
mailed it there, and then it got mailed back.
You're right.
They're
Only
more official.
bourbon is
Totally.
only made in Kentucky, so
I got a very
I'm gonna have to
drunken
smash
long
this
speech.
bottle.
It's like-
No.
just
As a
like
Ken-
your dad smashed the tape. Let's talk about this.
as a
Let
Kentuckian,
this
I
be a
have to hold
lesson
strong to my
you in
convictions.
life.
Don't treat that bottle like a Green Day cassette. My
But you know
God.
what's good? Matt doesn't drink bourbons, and I do.
Oh,
So,
look at that. Win-win.
I guess this is mine.
Well, almost breaking a bottle is the perfect way to end an interview, I think. Except for breaking a cassette, which we don't have.
Yeah.
Somebody get us a cassette really quick.
Again, I didn't want to turn this into a therapy session. That's what,
What if that was our thing? Instead of
did.
Matt like jumping out in the crowd, he just smashed tapes on stage, just tons of
I'm telling you, I
tapes.
still think you should do Civil War reenactments.
Oh, totally.
You know what?
I wanted to when I was a kid.
Thinking about when we were kids too, something that we also really loved is we dropped a tape into the toilet one time, and we dried it out.
And we played it, and,
And we
all
played, and it
warbly,
was
and
like,
it was like, that sounds so cool.
We were like, this
It's
is our
better
favorite.
than it was. That kind of lets you a little window into. Like,
Don't like the ball. It was like that.
And we were.
See, Dad?
it's so
Can
trippy.
we listen to it? Now that-
Tell me what it means
Now that it
now,
smells like-
Dad.
Now that it's warble and it smells like piss.
Oh my
Son, that's what it sounds like when you're on acid.
Well, we're going to go outside and do acid now. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, we had strange childhood. Civil War reenactments, tapes being dropped in. Actually, I remember too when we watched like a mobster movie for like a couple weeks straight. I would dress up like a mob. I'd wear my church Sunday clothes and go out and act like a mobster. around the neighborhood.
Watch your ass, Bowling Green.
Yeah, totally.
We
Seagulls out.
also formed a gang.
Oh
when we
God, don't talk about this. We had a gang. It was called the Bloodsuckers.
We were like, what's the most?
Brad's name was
Demeaning.
Blades, and I was Slash. And we had a neighborhood dog, and the dog like got picked up by dog catchers. So we
were like, "Come
we
on,
took a bunch of
Bloodsuckers,
ice
let's
cubes,
go."
and we found this like Humane Society truck that was like parked in the apartment complex, and
And
we were
as you
throwing ice cubes at it. This guy pops out, he's like, "We're performing a surgery on a cat right now." We're like, "Oh, sorry."
Bloodsuckers are very sorry. Bloodsuckers are very sorry.
We're gonna make an official statement very soon.
Yeah.
BS. You're like,
The
which really would be
Bloodsuckers.
your,
But as a kid, you're like, what's the craziest name we could come up with?
Bloodsuckers.
I just like the best weapon you guys could come up with
Totally.
was ice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had a long walk, you had no weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Kentucky in summer, you get a handful, you're like,
That is a good point.
Yeah.
why are you kids throwing water at my van? Trying to put a second penis on this cat. Huh?
Oh God.
Bloodsuckers are all confused. We gotta go.
And then when Brad dropped out of the Bloodsuckers, I went on
Whoa.
to create the Top Dogs.
Well, I went to prison, and then
Also
And then,
known
you
as
know,
Animal Control.
I reformed in prison.
I took
could've-
over the neighborhood, but Brad was out of town.
You were in prison with a cat that just had surgery.
We did make this one kid eat mud one
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
We told him it was the only way he could be in our gang.
No, and also we were like, "Come on, do it." He's like, "No, man." And then I remember.
But we all spit in the mud too, and we took a raw egg and hatched it into the mud.
And then we tried to convince him. One of our selling points was that there were vitamins and minerals in the dirt.
We're like,
You
it's
weren't
healthy
lying.
for you.
You're a very
For you.
honest gang. But nobody sucked blood for any initiation, which is insane
Oh,
because
God.
Just mud.
everything it doesn't go back to the name at all.
That was our motto: no blood, all mud.
Like it wasn't like, lick the Humane Society or the Humane Society van because it's covered in cat blood. Wow.
Yeah, that would be kind of more. That'd be kind of crazy.
I didn't realize Bowling Green was so dangerous, for God's sakes.
Bloody ice cubes.
Bloody ice cubes.
Better
Frozen
gang
blood.
name.
Yeah.
Bloody Ice Cubes is way more confusing
Yeah.
than the BIC. Wow. I think we've already told too much, and I don't want you. I don't know if some of these crimes are within the,
Yeah, statute of
limitations. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we don't want to go any further because
Yeah.
if it gets any darker, you guys
I could
could
end up
end
in
Oh, we
jail
collected
again.
money
real
from all
jail. Not Bloodsuckers jail, not Humane Society Bowling Green jail, maybe kind of real jail
the. Yeah.
for passive gang crimes.
Yeah.
I'll tell one more story.
Yeah.
We found this old abandoned house, and we'd go break windows out of it. And one
Should have started
time
with this one.
we used to think there was like somebody in the woods, and this truck pulled up. And
Just somebody in the woods. We used to think there was
I mean,
somebody
like,
in the woods.
as a kid, you're always like,
Yeah.
Open-ended statement. I'll let your imagination do
and
the
this
rest.
comes back full circle to my schizophrenia. No,
There
but,
is still somebody in the woods.
was.
but a guy pulled up in the driveway in his truck, and instead of rationally being like, "Oh, this is the owner of the house. He's probably pissed off."
Yeah, he's trying to rent it out.
we were like, "It's the guy from the woods. Run!"
Oh God, there was more. There was. Yeah.
Bloodsuckers could be the greatest Disney kids show ever if you cleaned it up a little and
All
make
right.
it so PG.
Here's my
Actually,
last.
so far nothing's been filthy.
My last story. We actually, when we were kids, we got obsessed with Indians. Or Native Americans, I should say. And we wanted to be Native Americans. And so one time, we went out into a cornfield that was behind the house.
We saw
got-
a whole box of my Aunt Pat's
We got
matches.
naked down to and made loincloths. And we started a fire. And we were dancing around the fire. And we had these corncob pipes that we made. They were smoking. And the farmer came and he caught us. And we were a bunch of naked kids burning down his cornfield.
Literally caught
We
like half
took
his cornfield on fire.
Corncob
We took off running. You can just imagine two little butt cheeks just running through the woods with loincloths as this guy's thing. We were like, it's under control. I said, it's out of control. The fire's out of control.
Yeah, it was like dry corn
That
at the end
was-
of summer, so it spread very fast.
Were the clothes still there?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you
I don't
not
know what
show
we
up
did with the
clothes?
clothes. No, I guess we had the clothes. We took them with us or something.
Hurry, grab our shirts.
Turned into a Tom Sawyer sequel.
Yeah,
Dude, we could go on and
Oh
on.
God, we could make this a
Can
2-hour
we end
interview.
this with a Bloodsuckers handshake? Is there one?
I don't think we had a handshake.
No, we weren't that organized.
But you did a lot of stuff.
we had a name, and we did terrorize the neighborhood.
We did have a game we called Pain Test.
No, don't talk about this.
Let's do it. Why
No.
not?
Pain Test was a game that Brad liked to play, and it was basically just to see how much pain I could take. Generally inflicted by
In the
himself.
form of?
There
all
are different
kinds of stuff.
nose thumps, just different things.
I was so mean. I took. Yeah. No, I don't even want to.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Most of you guys just were self-inflicted, it sounds
But I
like.
did shoot him with a BB gun, and the BB is still lodged in his butt cheek
Yes.
today.
Oh, really?
True
Because
story.
I was taking wild onions
And
I was
shooting
putting
me
them into my air pellet and shooting back in the back with them.
Does it show up at
And,
airports? Like, if you go through security?
No,
No.
but yeah,
Got him.
Matt had he was running to the house and he was like, "Ha, I got here." And he grabs the doorknob and it's locked. And out of cold blood, I just walked straight up and shot him point blank. And
So
he was
I had a pellet in mind that I had sharpened the tip, and my gun was pumped up like 50 times, and I shot Brad in the butt. And Brad, he like fell to
it
his
was
knees.
literally
like,
like it was literally like slow motion movie. I was like, no, no, and I turned around to run, and it felt like somebody threw a boulder at my butt. I was like, "Whoa."
And then he
I
ran.
fell to the ground. I was
He
like,
ran to the bathroom, and it was the funniest thing because I could hear him in there crying. He said, "There's a hole in my butt," and I was like, "No kidding."
now there's two.
I know. I heard him say, "I'm bleeding."
Yeah. No, the first thing that Matt said is
I said, "Don't hurt me."
he said, "Don't beat me up."
I went and hid behind the refrigerator until my dad got home because I knew I was going to be in
Cold-blooded
trouble.
assassin. Please
All right,
don't beat me
we
up.
better stop.
Well, most gangland stories start with a shooting. This one ended with it.
Yeah, totally.
Which is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And that's all about our thug life.
I can't think of anything else to possibly ask. I'm such a Bloodsuckers fan now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the only one tonight screaming, Bloodsuckers!
That should be our side project.
I know. We should start a punk band.
Oh,
name
we're definitely turning the
Bloodsuckers.
cameras off now because this is going to be way better information.
Yeah.
You need to know. Thank you, guys. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, and I can't say that enough for everything.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us,
Guys.
man.